Hi everyone and welcome back. I haven't posted in a while because I've been home on fall break, but I am back now. So today I'm going to talk about the financial aspects of going to school here at ACN because I know this is something a lot of you have been wondering about. In addition, I'll be talking about the application process to an American school from ACN, as this is something I have been doing lately, which is also part of the reason why I haven't posted anything except for my little birthday post. But before I do, I just want to thank all of you who have reached out with questions and who are interested in coming to ACN, and especially to those of you who have already applied. Yay! And for those of you who are still on the fence about it, you can always reach out and I will try to answer your questions the best that I can. Because I really, really want you to come here, as this school is simply amazing. If you have a lot of questions, you can also set up a video call with me. That way, you can ask me anything you're wondering about and I can elaborate if there is something you quite don't understand. In addition, you can also reach out and request a tour here at ACN. Then you get to come with me for a day and I can show you the dorms, I can show you the school, I can introduce you to the staff and my fellow students. And if you want to, you can sit in on a lecture. Now, let's talk about what everyone is wondering about. What does it cost to go to ACN? Just as a proclaimer, I want to emphasize that the price does vary a bit each semester, but so does everything else. The price of a Coke goes up a little bit every year, so it's only natural. For the purpose of this vlog, I'm gonna use the price that I pay, as we haven't set a final price for the next semester. So keep in mind, I can't guarantee it's the exact same price you will have to pay. Now, before you start worrying, ACN is covered by Lånekassen, so don't freak out just yet. Okay, so the total price for the fall 2020 semester is 72,000 Norwegian kroners. This roughly translates to a little bit under 8,000 US dollars. But let's break that number down. The first thing you do when you get the acceptance letter from ACN is to pay a deposit of 5,000 kroners, approximately $550. This is to secure your spot here at ACN, and the money will be credited towards your tuition for the school year. So on my payment plan, half of my deposit has been deducted from my bill for the fall semester. Then you will have to pay a deposit for the dorms if you choose to stay at the dorms while you go to school here at ACN, which I highly recommend. I love the dorms. This is just a standard housing deposit. I paid 4,000 Norwegian kroners, which roughly translates to $440. Now, the total price consists of two things. The first thing is your tuition, which for the fall semester 2020 was 42,500 Norwegian kroners, minus half your tuition deposit, so 40,000 Norwegian kroners, which is about 4,400 US dollars. The second part of the total cost is the rent if you decide to live at the dorms. Again, I recommend it. I pay 6,500 kroners each month, so August, September, October, and November. When you add the tuition, the total cost of my fall semester is 72,000 kroners. It's a little bit under $8,000. I know this may seem super expensive, but if you don't have that much experience with private institutions, which ACN is, but if you compare it to other private, well-known Norwegian institutions such as BI, it's about the same as some of the bachelors they offer. Oh, by the way, this is one of the great things about living at the dorms. We have this super nice cafe right down the street from the school. It's called Cafe Ris, which has the best iced coffee. And don't worry, I'm posting another vlog very soon about all the other great things at ACN. such as the committees, the dorms, and the student activities. But let's talk about the application process. I decided to apply already now. This is not something you have to do. Most American colleges accept applications until like February, March. But you always need to double check, as some schools have deadlines already in the fall. So, applying to an American school is a lot more different than in Norway. We just go online and basically shop for schools. There's different ways to do it in the States, and it depends on the school. So always check what the school requires. A lot of the schools accept applications through the Common App, which is kind of like the Norwegian system. You create an account, you fill in all the information, and then you search and select the schools and programs you want to apply to. Then they tell you what additional information you need before you submit the application. I personally didn't use the Common App as I am applying to colleges in North Carolina and they have their own system. So always check what system your school requires. But this is just the first step, just filling out your personal information, your emergency contacts, what schools you have attended, and so on. Some schools require essays, long or short or both, but the schools I applied to only encouraged one. It wasn't mandatory, but I still wrote one about myself. Then you need some additional documents you need to send by email. I sent in my high school diploma translated to English, my Duolingo results. Duolingo is an online test in English proficiency, which a lot of the times the schools required if you're an international student. Then I sent in some letters of recommendation from staff and professors here at ACN, where they kind of endorsed me as an applicant and as a student. This is why it's so important to have a good relationship with your professors and the staff and get involved in the student body, as it increases the chances that they will want to write you a letter and how good that letter is going to be. I also got a signed document from ACN stating that I am the official ambassador and the secretary of both the activities and the yearbook committee. Then I also sent in some documents from both ACN and our affiliated university, UND, just to kind of explain what ACN is, as this can be a little bit confusing to the schools in the US. I also sent in my classes, as I haven't gotten a final grade yet, but it's just so the university or college knows when I'm applying, like, what have I done this semester. In addition, I sent in my fagbrev, or my certification in a certain trade. Some of you know this, but a lot of you don't. I am actually a certified CNC operator, forklift driver, and crane operator. I bet you didn't expect that. So I also included a document explaining in English what this entails. You can find this document at cu.no, Center for International Utdanning. Then I also included a document from Lånekassen, which states that I have the funds to pay for my tuition in the US. You can find this at lånekassen.no by selecting education in the US. You may wonder why all of this is relevant in an application, but that's just because in the US, they don't just look at your grades, they look at what you do outside the classroom too. Okay, I think that was enough information in one video. Remember, you can always send me a message if you're wondering about something, or if there's something you don't quite get or understand. So I will see you very soon in my next video about the dorms and the student life. Bye!